Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Gayest of Greatest Secret Tavern. This side of Limsa Laminsa, the queer buccaneer. I'm your host of the Motion Star Behind the Bar, Captain Eden Jackson, and this is your regularly scheduled Wednesday night art stream. Welcome aboard. How are you all doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I've spent the day doing admin, which doesn't sound fun, but it's preparing a bunch of work that I'm starting next week. So I quite enjoy the fact that I'm going to get started with a nice big project next week. So getting all of it into sort of into order now is good. I like it. This is probably also going to be the last stream I do before my birthday. My birthday is on Saturday, which is a good day to have a birthday. My birthday's on Saturday this year, so I'll probably do like a proper birthday celebration stream next week. Maybe the Monday will be the birthday celebration stream, where I can, I don't know, I'll play one of my favorite games, and we'll have a laugh and a joke. Today we're doing something very cool and exciting. Today we are once again not spinning the wheel. Today, instead of spinning the wheel, we're going to be making a logo for a fancy Art Deco 1920s hotel that is going to feature in the upcoming indie game Orson PI Midnight at the Grand Hotel, I think it's called. Orson PI Midnight at the Grand Hotel. I am going to be making the logo today for the eponymous Grand Hotel. I'm very excited. It's going to be. Last week we dipped a toe into the Art Deco vibe last week, and this week we're going to be jumping a deep end into the pool of the Art Deco. K2B, welcome. How you doing? First message in chat. How are you today? Like I said, I am going to be making a special Art Deco logo for indie game today. It's very cool. So we're going to be doing a lot of research on going to be doing a lot of work, a lot of research in that sort of Art Deco space. We're going to be looking at a lot of cool Art Deco stuff, and then we're going to be making cool, funky, wicked logo for the Chicago Grand Hotel, which is the name of the big fancy hotel in once again the upcoming game Orson PI. Fancy hotel that I got a Steam link to the game. Let's grab the Steam link to the game now, just in case, because as you all know, wishlisting is very important. Wishlisting is very important. So let's get that link here and let's drop it into chat. If you like what you see, let's pin that for an hour. If you like what you see with the vibe that this game has, we can go wishlist. Actually, no, go wishlist it now anyway. Go wishlist it now anyway, because it might be exactly up your alley. I think it's going to be a very good game. I've done a lot of work for this game already. I've done a lot of marketing work. I put on Blue Sky that I'd done it looks good, but why does Bear is wearing clothes? I will forward all of your questions about why does Bear is wearing clothes to the developer. I will badger them with all of your stupid questions. So make sure Ethan specifically, if you have any stupid questions, to get them, I will forward them to the dev. Whom, for those of you that do not know, Ethan from Chicago in chat is the lead dev of this game. any compliments about the game, direct them to Ethan. I'm only here to make it look good. But before we do any of that, before we dive into the logo design process, we've got some things we always have to do before, and that is the minute cryptic. And we're not even just doing the minute cryptic. I'm going to remember today we also do the password for today. So today's cryptic crossword is: baby shower starts by unwrapping mother's presents. Okay. Shower could be a anagram for baby. Shower could be an anagram indicator for baby. But I don't think, unless it's Abby, I don't think there's any anagrams for baby. Unwrapping could also be we unwrap mothers. So we unwrap it by taking the first and last letter off, and that gives us other. But that's too long. And start. Okay, so start singular is sometimes is an indicator for the first letter of the word. So that would be B. But it starts plural. I got it. It starts as in get the starting letter of the next 4 words. So it's B for buy, U for unwrapping, M for mothers, and P for presents, which gives you bump, which is a baby shower. It's not a shower, it's a shower. Because it shows you're gonna. It's so. If that's right, that's the stupidest thing I've ever. Yeah. Hey, baby shower. That's so daft. That's so daft. I kind of love it, but it's so daft. So next, password. Let's do the password next. I've forgot to do the password for a couple days. Emily almost received a digital message. Okay, so Emily almost is Emil, and Emil receives a, gives us email. An email is a digital message. That one was super easy. Emily almost is Emil because you take off the end letter, which makes it almost. And Emil receiving an A gives you email. That you understand that one, right? Oh god, it sounds like you're saying password. Yeah, that's Kona. That's the bit. That's the pun of the thing, because you're looking for the password. The password. You see. So yeah, that one was super easy. I don't want to be in learn mode. I want to be in bang in mode. I don't think there is a bang in. I don't think it's called bang in mode. But yeah, that's the minute cryptics out the way. So now let's get to the making. So what Ethan dropped me a little bit of inspiration. The hotel is shaped like a giant diamond, which is very cool. I don't like how this is called the girdle view. It's the side view. Why are you calling it the girdle? It's just the side. So the hotel is shaped like a big diamond. And the mystery of the game is a diamond gets stolen. So diamond imagery is going to be something that we lean in on. I'm going to be making the full logo and the monogram. The full logo might not get used, but I kind of want to make it just for fun. But it's the monogram and the giant logo and the full logo. Now he requested the monogram be vaguely diamond shaped. What was the budget for construction? Who was the architect who paid for how many rooms? Ethan, cover for me. But yeah, I don't know about diamond shaped, but we can definitely have some diamond, some like diamond influence in there. That's what I'm looking for. And we do want to look for the sort of Art Deco hotel, because we're in that sort of noir film Art Deco kind of vibe. Like the hotels do kind of have this kind of vibe to them. The hotel does have this kind of vibe to it. So like this like going for this kind of thing, which I believe is fucking AI. This kind of thing would be the easiest option, but it's also I don't know if actual hotels in that time period had this kind of logo, or if, like we said last week, that's just something that was invented for throwbacks of like invented by Wes Anderson, because like the decor was very much thick lines, thin lines, but was the actual were the actual logos that? Because I don't think they were. So let's, excuse me, the best 1920s logos, and it's 4 adverts. None of these are logos. How back are we doing that? Yeah, 1900s. 224 rooms, 7 floors, each 32 rooms. The units are different architects by different parts. I see. Yeah, let me look at some vintage. Let's see what this Pinterest pin board. I hate Pinterest, as an aside. I can't stand Pinterest. Reject all, fuck off. See, this is all that sort of, this is what we think of the 1920s. I think this is the closest thing to being an actual vintage thing. There's a lot less sort of ornate than diamonds are made of compressed carbon. Do that. Thank you. I am aware of the making of diamonds now. Let's start with text. Oh, also I need to grab the, I'm gonna go over here just so I can go into our message history and grab the color palette, because I keep forgetting to save that. So let me just grab that color palette now. Where is it? It's a little bit ago. Bear with, still scrolling. There we go. There's the color palette. Copy image. So this is our color palette, but like bright, like brighter blues. So let's go into the. Is it the Grand Hotel Chicago, or is it the Chicago Grand Hotel? One thing I hate about Pinterest is they have the stupid AI modified thing, which I don't know, which is done automatically, or makes me think no size. Pinterest just fucking sucks. Pinterest just fucking sucks. Like nobody has ever shown me a good point of using Pinterest. I've had like one client send me a Pinterest Pinterest board, and I'm like, this does not make it easier. It does not make it easier. So let's go into the Art Deco style and see what comes out, because there's a lot of Art Deco fonts. That doesn't look very Art Deco to me, but what do I know? I'm just, a professional designer. That's definitely not Art Deco, but we'll go with it. We'll roll with it. Now that is wrong vibe. Not ritzy enough. Back to the hotel Art Deco. Yes. Going very, very hotel Art Deco. Like this is one I tried to use for the Acme logo last week, and I don't hate it, especially since like these are like almost the diamond shapes, but it's a little bit too fancy car. I don't think it's hotel enough. It's very fancy car. Are there any well-known classic hotel logos? Okay, so but like hotels, let's go through the process that we usually go through, which is hotel, big hotel chains, and we'll do I forgot to go back onto this scene. We'll do okay, so here are the big modern hotel chains, but none of them are very like classic. Like look at the Marriott, the Hyatt, they're all very modern. Like these are your big six: Marriott, Hilton, IHG, Hyatt, Wyndham, and Accor, and all of these logos are really new. Like old hotel chains. Give me old hotel chains. Now, like, not what I asked for, but very cool. Oldest hotel chains in the world. Give me Taj Hotel 1920. See the Hilton hotels. Did the Hilton have a good old logo? All of them they're all so boring, aren't they? They're all really fucking boring. Did the Hilton have a good logo? 1980. That looks like the fucking After Eights logo. Look at this shit. Looks like fucking After Eights. Garbo. Hot Garbo. Give me hotels. Give me hotels. It's doing something. It's doing something, but it ain't doing anything good. What we got? Give me North America, because we're looking at North American. Tekken 3 is not a hotel, but thanks for trying. Right. The AmeriHost. Oh, that's beautifully bad. Beautifully bad. Right. Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. There. Okay, we found our inspiration. And it's Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. We're just gonna be making Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, but with a bear. Got the motto, which is also just kind of sucks. Delta Hotels can't be an old brand because Delta's a fucking airline. 1962, and it used this logo from 1962 to present. Good lord! Oh my. Okay, no. It used this from 2016, and then it upgraded to this when it got bought by the Marriott. Like, holy shit! Hot Garbo. And not even that good Garbo. Okay, fuck that. Fuck the sidebar. I don't want the sidebar. Radisson. How old is Radisson? 1950s. See, that's not bad. Like, that's not bad. The oldest hotel chain is Taj Hotels in India. Neil Katz, thank you for the 34 months. The Taj Hotels in India. The oldest American hotel is the Hilton. And then Ritz-Carlton. What was the Ritz-Carlton doing? The Ritz-Carlton had to have been doing something. Ritz. Give me something, Ritz-Carlton. No! The logo from the 20s is missing! No! And then they just have this, like, fucking chess piece. What else we got? Intercontinental. And that's going to be... Oh, Fairmont might be something. Fairmont Hotel.
Who are you and how did you get in here?
The logo missing. Oh, I see. It was just the words logo missing. I'm with you now. Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck this again. It's boring. It's dull. It's not doing anything. And apparently that's only from 2001. That's not 1907. Right, the Chateau Frontenac. Give me the logo for the Chateau Frontenac. Logo. It's boring. It's boring. It's just so boring. It's so boring. It's very Ferrero Rocher. You're right. Is four seasons is way too new, but is it gonna be doing anything? No, that's the wrong thing. Have you catalogs of hotels? I can send you the logos in Discord. That would help. That would help. I mean, this is something, but it's nothing good. That it wasn't Drake. Oh no, shit, Drake and Josh. Shit, the Drake and Josh wiki. Fuck it. Let's do the Drake and Josh wiki instead. Did you miss the minute cryptic? Yes, you missed the minute cryptic, and it was bullshit. This one was fucking bullshit. It's got the Four Seasons logo, but it's not good. It's gonna take some time to read. Yeah, that's the one. Right. Let's see. Let's go back over here and see what the dev has sent. Nothing yet. Right. So let's try art 1930s hotel logo. Let's see if that's anything. Loho. Out of curiosity, which modern hotel logo is your favorite? Okay, we can do the hits and misses. Hotel chains. We'll do what we usually do on these streams. We'll grab the big versions. Like, okay, so whenever we land on a target on the wheel, what we'll do is we'll see what they're trying to be, and then we'll grab the big players in that industry. So if we're doing like a drink, I'll grab a bunch of drink logos and I'll hit and miss them. Okay, so we've got the Marriott, which, like, okay, it's not nothing, but it's kind of boring, and don't really have the patience for it. It's fine. The Hyatt is bad. The Hyatt, it will get 1/ because it's kind of bad. But it's not like offensively bad, you know. So the Marriott gets a pass. The Hyatt gets 1/ because it's kind of bad. I've not looked at the mocks at the Holiday Inn, but very bad. Gradients, like trying to do light and shadow in a logo. What is it? 2002? God, fuck off. The Ramada gets 1/ because it looks like a bad chicken shop. The La Quinta gets 1/ because it's boring. These are all just boring. It does look like a banana sticker, you're right. These are all boring. They're all so boring. They're all bad. What a UK hotel chains. We've got like 3 hotel chains in the UK. UK's most popular hotel chains. So I can. Yeah, they got no. Premier Inn. Okay, there's a pattern in the UK hotels, and it's all pictures of people sleeping. So the Premier Inn logo's got this nice little moon sleeping. It's gentle. It's nice. I kind of dig it. Travelodge looks more like a plane to me because it looks like we're looking through a plane window. So Premier Inn wins over Travelodge. Holiday Inn's boring. Hilton's boring. Butlins isn't a hotel, so I'm not going to rank it. Haven also not a hotel. The Ibis looks so bad. The Ibis looks like a printer company. So bad. Savoy's boring. Best Western boring. Novotel boring. Four Seasons boring. Crown Plaza boring. Radisson boring. Ritz-Carlton, it's all boring. Premier Inn's the only good one. Premier Inn is the only good one. The Virgin Hotel versus the Chad Premier Inn. 2007-ish when I was like 4, the Premier Inn I went to had these really loud doors and scared the shit out of me. I think that was just super sensitive loud noises. Okay. You can't open a story within 2007 when I was like 4 because you're making me feel really old. Granted, I was only like what? No, I was 13 in 2007. You're making me feel really old. I think I was 13. Math is not my strong suit. I'm an artist. Terrible. You're gonna give me a good fuck off. I was 19. I was 19 years ago. You were 19. Connor, I just assumed that you were my age. I assume everyone is my age. Now, okay, the Marks and Spencer's 1930s logo, that kind of fucks. This here, okay, it's not letting me zoom in for whatever reason. This here, this fucks. This top logo, this fucks. I like this. Fuck is that? What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Do you want some nightmares? Here are some nightmares. Have some nightmares on the stream. Cheer up. What a creature. I hate him. I hate this man. What a creature. I don't know what any of these are, but that cheer up guy he should be illegal. Anyway. Back to business. Eden, have you looked at Aaron Draplin's logo work? Aaron Draplin. Ooh, this is good. This is good stuff. I'm going to assume he's done all of these because these are all really fucking tight. I love the color work. I love the shapes. This thing particularly is gorgeous. Beautiful stuff. That's fucking gorgeous. That is. This guy fucks. I like that. I'm gonna look more into that, into him later because that kind of that fucks. Right. Where were we? Art Deco logo. Like this, the easiest thing to do would be to like logo, type in the middle and then shape with lots of like outlines and details around the outside. Feels lazy to go down that route. However, that shaping was originally for hotel marquees and like theater marquees, so it might be the correct vibe. That's not a Art Deco, that's tattoo shit. I mean, that's quite a sexy little font, but I don't know if it's bold enough to be the hotel sign. Yeah, Western with the tattoo shit, exactly. One of those is what I use in a draft. What? One of these. Oh, one of the big marquees. If you wanted a challenge, you could try and merge through it. That okay. Not maybe. But let's get one good thing before we try and challenge ourselves. And then later on we can decide if we want to fuck around and or find out. Now, this, okay, it might just be me. This font, is it giving car company to anybody else? Is it giving car company? It might be giving it like don't know if it's right. That's too round. It's too jaggedy on the edges. It's not clean enough. See, this is one of the key fonts from the game. So it feels like we would be remiss to not use something like this. And then it's just finding a matching font for the Chicago bit. Now the filmer type stuff doesn't sit well. So let's try. This is very big and epic and kind of shouty music. Right, let's stick with the modern noir, and we'll just make this a sort of subtitle. Let's do this properly. Do this fucking properly. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right. That up. Get another copy, and so that's too far apart. So let's scale that down to 50%. So that is 1/3, and then that. That's good. That's good spacing. So maybe you could try a more Art Nouveau style. Art Nouveau. I can spell definitely. My VPN's still in the Netherlands, so it thinks I'm very Netherlands. Okay, the problem with Art Nouveau is the curves. I don't think the curves are the right style for this project. Don't get me wrong, it's gorgeous. But I do think because we're going for 20s and 30s and we're going for this diamond look, it needs to be sharp points. Let's also... I want an image tracer for this. Specifically, I want an image tracer for this bit. So let's this and this. There is a shortcut for make a clipping mask, but I don't know it. So I'm just going to do it the lazy way. And then let's rasterize this. Exit isolation mode. Rasterize that, please. Rasterize. And give me an image tracer, please. Just because I kind of can't be asked to make the fucking image trace. You're gonna give me an image trace? Black and white logo. Just because if it looks bad, I don't want to. I don't want to. Definitely don't want to crash my computer, don't I? If it looks bad, I don't want to have wasted a bunch of time making it from scratch. If I can just get line art, vectorize the line art with the image trace tool. And now I've just got the black line art that I can use for whatever I like. Don't forget to save. I should save. I'll save after I've done doing this. That was a scary moment because I was image tracing a rather large image, but I will save. And I will save it in the Awesome PI folder. Awesome PI. Hotel logo. There, saved. Saved. So my first instinct is... Now, obviously, it ain't going to work if I just put one behind the other because the line weights are all really wrong. But... Okay. Give me just this top bit. Oh, no. Okay, so what I need to do? What I need to do is throw that over there. Throw another version of it over here. Get the shape builder. And go a fun little trick I like to call Neato Delito. Something nobody has ever said in their life. Right. So I require... Nope. Don't get me everything. I just want this bit. I want this bit. And I want it to go up to that top left. And now I should be able to delete that side as well. Delete all of this electric trash. And now we've got two distinct shapes. We can grab everything above the gap and move it, say, 1, 2, 3. And then we can take everything below the gap and say 1, 2, 3. Now this, I won't lie to you, looks like shit right now. But do we see pieces coming together? Add new fill. Make the new fill white. And path, offset path. Yeah, 20 pixels maybe. Actually, convert to shape rectangle. Right. I think there's something in using the diamond line work. But I don't know if this is it. I really like this bottom bit. I really like that bottom bit especially. But the problem is, pull it down even more, then it's, you know, it's just a bit because the gap is now way. This gap is already just a little bit too big. Let's have a look at what this is. Let's delete. Let's delete. I'm gonna be big and strong and delete. So it's the bottom bit reads like rays of light to me and would look good in a night sky display like the direction. Yeah. So this is 1, 2, 3 triangles. Well, they're not triangles, they're kites. What if we did like a spread of, so how big is this angle? Can we get an angle? It's not a 90 degrees on its side. That would be insane. It's not 90 degrees. Okay, so it's almost 90 degrees. It's like what? 100 degrees or so? Let's get. Ooh, that was very wrong. It's what, like 120% stretch of a 90 degree. I wouldn't even know how to calculate the angle on that. But if we can fit 6 triangles into it, well, six kite shapes, I guess. Where are we at? Let's move. Let's start schmoving. So this is going to be our. Can we find it? Can we find it? There, I think. So we want 6 kite shapes inside this triangle. Let's remove this anchor point. And just to ensure we are correct, let's copy flip. We're not correct. Cool. Okay. So we're going to, instead of doing that, trying to freeball it with a square, we're gonna use a triangle, and then to get the angles right on the triangle, I've got a way that won't involve freeballing a fucking curve. We put it there. We grab these 2 points, and we scale out like that. Okay, so now I've got the exact shape we need to fill with. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5. Let's go 3 main kite shapes for now. Or from the top down, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triangles. So let's get a square. And we can try and do this. We can try and do this mathematically, but I think it will work better if we just do it. Not freeball it, but if we sort of do it by eye. So what we want to do, grab one of these squares and make it down to about this big. And then if we grab 1 point of there and pull it up, that's no. Okay, so it splits. The triangle is split into 3. Triangle split into 3. So, what's the best way of splitting this triangle into 3? Football nets should be triangle shaped so that people can shout triangle. That's very good. Very good. How can we split this triangle into 3? I know how to split this triangle into 3. We're going to be messing with some tools in unintended ways. Right, where is my scissors? My knife? I think I need my scissors. So, what we're going to do is we are Gonna make a blend between these two red lines. These two red lines. Your gender is a heel. Jedi bad guy in chat. More like what would Sith do. So we need to split this triangle into 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. 4. So let's go for a grab these two, make a blend. Not what I wanted. Give me a blend of these two lines. Hit blend options. Specified steps. Well, that's not what I wanted at all. Does look pretty cool though. I will remember that. Not what I asked for. Yeah, now we're getting very 80s. But we can. Like. Not what I wanted. Can I reverse spine? Alright, let's reverse front to back. No. Blend options. What you got for me, blend options? Not useful to me, really. Well, that wasn't very useful. Save it for the side. I'll save it for the Cyberpunk remake. I need to set myself to do not disturb on stoked because I'm getting some stotifications that are getting in the way. How does one set oneself to do not disturb? Is that do not disturb? BLB. I'm not going anywhere. I just needed to. Yeah. Busy. Thank you. The joys of making a diamond. Exactly. Who knew a diamond would be so fucking hard to make? You know. If I knew the angle, I could. If I knew the angle, it would be easier. But I don't know the angle, and I don't know how to measure an angle. Can I measure an angle? Is there an angle measuring tool? Is measure tool. Use the selection tool to select the shapes. Use measure tool, shift and click. How many seconds? Okay. What's the angle? You're saying 180 degrees. I know you're not 180 degrees. Because that is mine. Is it minus 135? Those tunes probably difficult to make. Yeah, we're not going for like uber high detail. Is it a 135 angle? Does that sound right? Might be a 135. So half of 135 would be 90 opposite the long side and 45 for the other two. No, that's not a right triangle. That's not a right triangle. This is not a right triangle. Normal milk that totally isn't suspicious. Love that normal milk. Yeah, if we like this is saying 135. The elevator had a weight limit of 650. I'll go with you on that. I'm sure that's real funny. Right. I'm gonna go on the gamble that it's 135. Half of 135 would be something. 135 would be bigger, you're right. But new plan. We don't need to blend from the point because we know they're all going to that base point. So what am I doing? Stop that. We know they're all going to go to that base point. So we just need to get our 4 starting point lines. Oh, I'm about to knock my bottle of water off the table. And that would be very bad. Get out of bed right now. What are you two yelling about? Right. All of these 5 points. 5 points? Just need to converge at the center. So let's grab all these bottom bits. Let's expand the blend. First off. Expand the blend. And then let's pull that in. And that will give us... And that gives us the triangles. Into the chats. What have I done? What did I do? 135 would be bigger. You can grow them in lab and it's much cheaper now. It is much cheaper now to grow them. Am I missing something? I'm definitely missing something. Right. Oh, the stream. Okay, the stream streak doesn't show up in the right chat. The 3 stream streak. It's something to me. Right, I see. I'm there now. Get out of bed right now. And now we have... It was right until we got the wrong number of lines. But we know what we're doing now. So let's blend. Because we wanna split there, I think. So we want these splits. We want these splits down here. Expand. And then we just want this point and this point. Because these 2 lines aren't important. We don't actually need the 2 lines on the end. So let's grab this point and this point. Let's zoom them into 0. And now we've got the first split. And that's this split here. This split here I'm not even going to bother with. But then so this then splits again, but it is the top of a triangle. So we want the midpoint of this, the midpoint of this, and the midpoint of this as the top points of our triangles. First one's super easy. It's just there. That's super simple. And how deep is that? That's like what, a quarter deep, maybe so that's a third deep. So we're doing some like this is less drawing and more just constructing. So we want 33%, and this is going to be how tall. This is going to be where these bits sit. So let's draw another line going this way that goes there. And now we can actually start to construct the diamond. Because it's this intersection to this intersection. This intersection to this. And then okay, actually, let's just flip. Let's just flip that about that point. Get rid of that line. Get rid of that line. And then we just need to repeat that process in the other two halves. Yeah, you with me? I knew you were with me. You're all very smart people. So let's scale that down to 50%. Pull it over to the corner. And now we've got our other points. So we can construct the triangle again. We can go from this point up to this point, from this point up to this point, and now we've got our second triangle. And if we grab these 2 points and flip them around this point, diamond constructed. Diamond constructed. Well, the bulk points of it. We don't have this section. And we don't have this section. All that's missing. Trigonometry was 12 years ago, Eden. I am so far from it. Well, what I was doing wasn't... that was just... It was midpoints. It's all midpoints. All I'm asking you to do is divide by 2. But you understand where we're at now. We've got this diamond shape. What I'm going to do... I don't give a I don't care. I don't know shit about triangles. Look, I don't know shit about fuck, but all I know is that this is what you get for trying it on. You get dumped into Adland. And then what I'm gonna do with this is the diamond always has a sort of tapered edge, doesn't it? According to the internet, the bottom part is the pavilion and the top part is the crown. So we're making the pavilion. And the pavilion, like the sides of the pavilion are always like squared off, aren't they? So let's grab a version of this. Actually, let's group this up. Let's grab a version, throw it up here, and then let's put this rectangle inside the group. And what would it do? What would you do if I deleted you? That's too much of a cut off. That's way too much of a cut off. Right. Let's try scaling that down 50% again. What would you do if I deleted you? Is that enough of a square off? Does the square off? Gotta go shower, but have a good logo down and congrats on the game, Ethan. Enjoy your shower. Have a good one. I don't think we need to square off the sides, but I am quite happy with this. We need to bump up the line width. So let's bump up the line width. Bump up the width. And then rounded corners, but the beveled corners might not be okay. We definitely don't want caps. Now, if we pull it up to be as high as the Chicago, then what can we do to make the Chicago stick out. We could have an idea. It's a menacing idea. Menacing's not the right word, but I have an idea. And that idea is going back to our good friend the scissor tool. And we want to... Actually, we don't need the scissor tool at all. What we need to do... We do need the scissor tool. We will scissor tool eventually. Don't worry, friends. Eventually we will scissor. Snippity snip. Snappity snap. Turn the caps on. Oh, we want pointy caps. I don't want round caps. I want pointy caps. Okay. I think what I need to do is join these 2 points. Object path, join, Control J. Cool. So Control J. Control J. Problem is this line and this line can't have points unless we stroke width. Reverse that. And then oh, but the points. Alright, it's getting a wee bit messy. Somebody call Lionel, because it's getting a bit messy. But honestly, I don't hate this. Put this down a tad. Right, let's go to this and put another. Okay, we need to use the scissor tool again. Snippity snap. Reminds me of the 1999 WCW logo. Ah, oh, Kona, man. You don't want to be doing that to me. You can't say WCW 99 and go, oh no, but I mean that in a good way. How? Right, let's now expand appearance. And now delete all of this crap. Right. We're left with one shape. Was it worth all that fuss and faff? Grand Hotel Chicago. We're left with one shape that we can very nicely scale now. We can very nicely scale this now, which is very, very useful, very good. I think if we make the top in the same style, I think this would look very good. I'm also, because it is a Art Deco thing, we do need to put some completely superfluous crap in there. And by completely superfluous crap, I mean like circles with 7 outlines. Like the way it spreads out makes things open arms, like a big welcome. Yeah, it's a hug. It's opening. It's going for that exact vibe. I take a big sippy of water now. Right, let's actually no strokes. 10 pixel stroke, because these are 20 pixel strokes. So this being also a 20 pixel stroke sounds like it makes sense. Let's see if it does. Then we want to scale up by 150%. Nope. Okay. Let's just scale up by 200%. 300%. Okay, so that's not nearly big enough. So let's scale up by 600%. Better. Now let's do that again. But we don't need 600% now. Let's go 400% this time. What am I doing? There's a way easier way to do this. We set the big one to be as big as we need. We set the small one to be as small as we need. And then we use another fucking blend. What am I doing? What am I doing? So that one needs to be small enough that it is a solid circle. This one big enough on the outside that it is obviously not a solid circle. And then blend them to get our completely superfluous bullseyes. Because that's what Art Deco is. It's just completely superfluous, like sets of things with lots of outlines. And we can pull this up to widen them out. Let's make it up here and then 50%. We'll delete all of that that's in the middle. Let's go back to our inspiration. Art Deco logo. Yeah, it's just a lot of like circles and lines and the. Oh, does it now look like an explosion? Let's adjust the blend. Is that better? I don't like that. Also, I think this needs an outline. So I played this I don't know if it's like news to anybody, but I played this really fucking good game last night called Rhythm Doctor. Anybody heard of or played Rhythm Doctor? It's very, very simple conceptually. All you've got to do, it's a 1-button rhythm game. And it's inspired by like Rhythm Heaven, but it's like narrative instead of just it's narrative based instead of just being like one-off mini games and things. And it is maybe the best rhythm game I've ever played. Because it's the only game it's the only rhythm game I've ever had that is able to successfully tell stories using the rhythm game mechanics. So like the concept of the game is that you are a remote worker for a hospital that is testing out a new rhythm-based treatment for like heart problems. And all you've got to do is stay in rhythm, stay on beat, right? Stay on beat, stay in rhythm. And it starts with, okay, just press spacebar on the 7th beat of every bar. All you've got to do is press spacebar on the 7th beat of every bar. And like in the first boss of this mechanic, in the first boss of this game, the Wi-Fi starts to break down. So the music like remixes itself and like DJ like turntable style like cuts and spins and things, but you have to keep in the 7th bar that it is, not on like, because obviously it's skipping back and replaying beats, and the number on the beat is like going back and forward and stuff, but you need to stay on that 7th beat. It's so fucking good. And then like I was saying, like it's really good for like storytelling in the song itself. So like in one of the early stages, there's a kid who is like your like lead doctor is like, this kid isn't sick, he's heartbroken. You just need to look after him. He's heartbroken. He's a child. He can't admit to his crush that he like that they like each other. So you start giving him the treatment, and of course it's working because there's nothing wrong with him. And then the doctor goes, "Oh, another patient. I need to work on another patient." And it's her. It's the crush, because she feels the same way about him. And you see both of their ECGs come up on screen. Obviously, you're only paying attention to his, and you see her ECG starts off in a completely different tempo, and they slowly line up over the course of the song, and then they're playing in perfect unison. They're playing in like perfect unison for the last bit of the song, and then by the end of the song, they're like, they admit their feelings and they're a couple, and it's like, it's so beautifully done. And like, oh, it's a gorgeous game. There are boss mechanics that fucking you start one of the bosses, and your full screen window just like goes unfull screen, and you're like, no, wait, what? The game never asked me if I wanted to full screen. I don't know what the full screen shortcut is. And then the music starts, and the song is by a guitarist, and like his ECG is waving up and down on the screen. And then the window starts to wave up and down in time with him waving up and down. And then it starts swaying, and it like moves around the screen. And when it gets to like, he runs out of his room to go and do his big confrontation, the window starts running across both of like on both of my monitors. It just starts running across both of them, and for like the big beat drop chorus, it just like flashes around, and like it dances. The windows dance with the music, and you have to stay in beat. It's incredible. And I'm in like the later levels right now, where I have to, I shit you not, stay on beat 4 different beats. I've got to basically hit the 7th beat in an entire band, including a swing guitarist, the bassist, the rhythm guitarist. It's so, like, it sounds so simple. Just hit the 7th beat. Hit the 7th beat. It's easy. But it's so much more when you're having to take care of like 4 different beats at the same time, and I'm not a musician. It's so fucking good. God, play Rhythm Doctor. Play Rhythm Doctor. It's my recommendation. So this top bit, it's parallelogram. Is it at all comparable to the bottom bit? Because if it's comparable to the bottom bit, that makes my life so much easier. Because I just need to adjust from this version that I've got. Saving. I think this might be comparable. Let's try and do some adjustments. No, I'm just gonna. And speaking of perfect unison, do you want to hear a piano effect? Of course, I want to hear a piano effect. I definitely would like to hear a piano effect. Well, we start on the top of the diamond. So again, it's 3 kites, which means we need to split. Okay, so it starts, as all things do, with a line. And then the top line, which is 2/3, I want to say. This music is so chill. This music is so chill. Welcome. How you doing? We are. This is just like the Chill Hop live radio. It's really good music to work to. I really like it. We're gonna go 2/3 for this top and bottom line, just because that's a good ratio I can work with. And then what I'm noticing, they call me the noticer the way I notice things, is like this kite is basically at the kite is basically at the edge. So if we go, so the top line needs to be split into 1, 2, 3. So we're doing construction again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the bottom one, and 3 for the top one. So let's go back into the back over here into the construction zone. And we need 1, 2, 3 middle points. So let's go back and blend again. We don't need a sensor bar. Thank you for trying, but we don't need a sensor bar. We need 5 specific steps. And no, we need 3 specific steps for the top one. There we go. The most piano keys don't just activate 1 string, but 3, and they are tuned to be slightly out of unison with each other to give a richer sound. So 1 key press technically gives 3 fundamental notes. That is a fun fact. Thank you for sharing. I just assumed that it would be one key hits 1 mallet, makes 1 note. So we go I'm going to ignore this one because we ignored this one, and those two facets seem to be together. So it goes this and this. So we go line there. Let's expand these blends so it gives me anchor points, because at the minute it's not giving me anchor points. Blends, expand those blends, and now I'll have my anchor points. So these ones here, and that is, again, that looks to me to be 2/3 down. So we need 2. I'm trying to draw a diamond for those of you that are coming in late. We need horizontal stays at 100. That stays. The vertical stays at 66. And now we've got the actual construction points. So for example, the middle one goes. The middle one goes out to here. Then up from here, and then we flip these around here, and we can get rid of this point now. We're going to turn it into this eventually, but we need to just construct the basics of the diamond itself. And then we can start making it look good. It's make it, then make it good. That's the basis. And then that line actually stays there. This line disappears. And then we repeat the process here. Yes? Yes, we repeat the process there. So we go out to there, out to there, out to there, and out to there. Then delete to this, delete to this, and then we repeat the process over here. No. I'm wrong because I'm stupid and nobody warned me. We can't make that go straight down, can we? Not even straight down, but vaguely in. Ooh, this is exciting. I'm being wrong on the internet. Oh no, I see what I've done wrong. This, we now need to blend these two because those aren't evenly spaced. Because it's supposed to be round, you see. Supposed to be round, so to get the angle looking right, you've gotta be unevenly spaced. So now it goes from there. See, I'm secretly so fucking clever. And now that goes from there to no. So there's a little bit of a gap there, which goes from there to there. Then how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've confused myself. I've confused myself. It is only 5. And so that bit's right. We can't argue with that bit. And then it is there. It's not. This is... Am I making this way too difficult? Possibly. Would it have been easier to just use the image trace version that we had? Possibly. Does Ethan deserve an actual... Some might say me suffering? Possibly. So. Let's pull this down to here. And then we have... It's a makeshift point, but I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not a... Suffering is maybe the wrong word. It's only suffering because I'm having to do it live. You know? Yeah. Why did you go over there for a second? That wasn't part of the plan. That looks wrong. Does that look wrong because these aren't... No, they are straight. It's because those aren't supposed to be lined up. They're actually quite a chunk. That's almost a straight line. If it's any comfort, I'm currently trying to translate something that rhymes. I'm sorry. Oh, translating rhymes is rough, dude. Is that more on the money? And then this goes over there. These 2 points obviously link up. That's wrong. I don't know what I did wrong, but let's try using this as a basis because it is kind of the same logic except with a flat top. So if we get these points, point, 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 pull them all down. In fact, we're not pulling them all down, we're scaling them up. To there. Then if we grab these midpoints and pull them to such a point where they will be the right kind of shapes, which is there and there. Everything can fall in line with this. This is going to look absolutely garbage until it's... Basically, until it doesn't. We trust the process. I don't know if the process is good. I don't know if I trust the process. But so we've got now it's a matter of drawing the top of the diamond, which is there. And bringing everything in line with the top of the diamond. And then we'll add in the features that we want. This is not what I no, it's looking wank. We need to hold on one sec. BRB gamers. Right, sorry about that. I got a text from Zach's mum, and I knew if I didn't reply that she would just start calling both of us until she got a response. Not that it's like urgent. That's the kind of thing you do when somebody's dying. No, this is not urgent at all. She's just impatient. Right. Let's reset. Let's take a copy of this, put it over here. Let's reset this version so it's got like just normal lines at a normal width so that we can read it. So we have this top bit, and then this bottom, and then everything else is kind of influenced by that top bit. So we've got the adjoining bit. We probably won't actually have the bottom line because we've gotten rid of the top line. We got rid of the top line in the other bit. So let's start. We're not going to go to the construction zone with this one. We're just going to use the bottom bit we made as a guide. And kind of free ball. If we free ball half, we can then just flip it and it'll match. Which is not the most accurate way, obviously, but gets the job done. It gets the job done. Let's see what we've got here. Bump all this up to 10, please. Why can't I get a stroke on that? Why won't you let me have a stroke? There we go. There's a segment missing. There's a couple of segments missing. Give me a black stroke. I don't know why they refer to outlines as strokes. It's just become, obviously that word just becomes normalized to me because I say it all of the time, but it is odd. And I do appreciate that. Brush strokes. You know, I'd literally never considered it. I'd never considered brush strokes. I have been working with the Adobe suite for the best part of half my life. Never once thought they're called strokes because they're brush strokes. Chat, am I stupid? Chat, am I a big dom-dom? Right, now we've got this. Let's join these two. I have been doing them cryptic things for a while, that is true. Right, now let's grab all of these shapes, what we just made. Group them up. Give him the old flippity flip. And that's the top of our diamond, gamers. We made it. It took us longer than I'd like to admit. But we did make it. I never thought of it as brushstrokes, but also it's an outline, not a brushstroke. But it is kind of a brushstroke, though. And I can't think of another reason. Let's ungroup everything, and then regroup everything. Is that just one path now? Well, we don't want that as one path. Why is it one path? That's better. Now it's one big group. And now we can start connecting points. So these two need to be connected. These two need to be connected. These two need to be connected. This. So these two need to be connected. Well, these two need to be connected. Oh, I see. The problem is They have an overlap. So let's destroy that point. And then let's select these 2 points and join them. It could be a term used by Incas. It could be a term used by Incas. You are right. Now let's get wacky with these. Let's get these bits all pointy in that. Right. Okay. I know we just linked these 2 points together. We actually need to scissor them again. Oh no, we can't scissor them. We need to do some width tool shenanigans. Width tool. Right, width tool there, be normal. Width tool here, be Diddy. Now we're on it. Now we're on it, gamers. Width tool Diddy. Width tool Wombo. And there's our diamond top. What if you use the diamond, just the top half of third? Then you've got the round geometric sort of Art Deco. That is. Sorry. What if you used the Christ? The Christ top of the diamond? I don't know what that wizard word means. Oh, the starburst and top. Oh, I get you. I get what you're saying. That would mean we just spent ages making the top of this diamond for nothing, and that would upset me. What is the? That's 20. So, not a huge fan. There's something. I like this. The crown shape is important to have. Okay, we've still got a copy of this over here. So like this top bit here. Gonna be honest with you, that's gonna be a ball ache to me. Because it circles with a lot of triangles. So let's see how are we dividing this? We're back in construction class. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an octagon. Look. We want to rotate this by some amount of degrees. 22.5, I think. 22.5 gamers. If we manage to make the creation symbol, we can make this. So every side has a triangle. So let's just start by dragging that. Let's do it when it's like this, because when it's like this, I can use the snapping way easier. this up over here. Let's grab these two. Can I rotate you by 22.5 degrees? Thank you. That's way easier. I know I'm a genius. You don't have to tell me twice. Right, so carry on each of these until they hit midpoints. That bit's easy. So we go there. We go there. We go there. And we go there. All of those need 10-point black strokes. With a misunderstanding, you'd have to do all of these. No, okay. What Sassy was suggesting was the top half of this, yeah? Which is, I'll be honest, easier than I expected it to be. 45. Especially, and then if we like cut that, now it's just these pig and awkward lines, which are actually not really awkward. Yeah, top half of that. Yeah. So it's not. We're not using this. We're using the top half of this, and then using that as the top of the diamond. I think that sounds good. So let's rotate by 22.5. And now we've got all our construction points. These I'm going to make in red and thinner because they're not actually points on the thing, they're construction points. If you catch my drift. If you're following me, then this ought to make sense. If you're not following me, then this looks like an anxiety attack. And I think both can be true. And then we've just got a second circle for these points, which is around that size. And we'll make that red. Give that. Cool. All our construction points are now here. We go here to here. And then here. We don't even need that construction. Oh. We don't even need the small circle. We don't even need the small circle because this is our construction point. Because there to there. Well, let's make that black again. And then pig and awkward one is this one, but I'm gonna be honest with you, just gonna freeball it. I think that's right. Let's okay. Let's do some cleanup on this fucking mess. Because it is a fucking mess. This this whole thing basically needs to be rotated a whole bunch of times. 45s. 45s all around. It's off. It's bad, but I know why it's bad. Because it's not centered with itself. How did I fucking go off center with those lines? How did I piggin go off center with those lines? That's so piggin awkward. Right. I love the logo design process because it does make me look absolutely insane. Let's go to these lines. Let's go to these lines. These lines are an issue. Select everything here. Center, center. This to this. And then this to this. That's our shape. And then we need this, 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 and this rotating about that intersection. No. Why is that not working? Because it needs to be flipped. It needs to be flipped. It needs to be rotated. And then we get groups of 2. Groups of 2 that are rotated. That is some sexy babes. Look at these shapes. We're doing it, gamers. And then these 2 shapes get rotated 90, I think. And again, rotated 90. Rotated 90. And that's our diamond crown. That's our diamond crown. It's nice to have a breakthrough and then come back to the stream. What do you also have a breakthrough? What are you having a breakthrough on? What is this music? This music it's literally whatever chill hop. It's all connect by the doppelgangers. It all connects by the doppelgangers. So now we've got this. We're gonna put this over here with the other bits. Oh, last thing we need to do is a 22.5 rotation, because we did a 22.5 rotation to get it where it was. I actually prefer it that way. Alright. Let's put it the rest of the bits. And get a copy. Expand that copy. So now it's shapes. I'm translating an Italian children's book about protecting the ocean, and it has to rhyme. That sounds really fucking hard. That sounds really fucking difficult. Rhyming translation. Ooh. That sounds real rough. Right, let's let's not eyeball this. Let's do this actually properly. There we go. And then erase all of that. Should we... First off, let's... I feel like we should... Ooh, the line width is a bit nothing. The line width is a bit nothing, which might be a problem. Frame orb behind between the Grand Hotel and then get rid of the lines. That's what I'm thinking. So the way we did for this bit, and then like chop some lines. We need to thicken it. It needs to be a thick boy. It needed to be lines. It needed to be lines. It needed to be strokes. I don't know why I expanded it. I know why I expanded it. It's fucking useless. Right. Let's just want this bottom half. I don't think I want the line through the middle. I think I actually do not want the line through the middle. Let's get rid of this line through the middle. And then we want the line through the middle, but just as an excuse to cut that bottom line. And then all of that stuff can go as well. That was the wrong tool. Get rid of all of you. All of you can go. You can still go. You bottom line. Scissors that up. So I found while I was sorting through trying to move away from Spotify, not sure if I mentioned that. I think I may have mentioned once or twice that they're trying to get rid of Spotify. Well, I successfully got rid of Spotify. While trying to recreate my music collection, I came across the most bizarre thing, right? So, why weren't those two paths joined? Two endpoints are the same or two different paths? Fuck off, you. So I came across the most bizarre thing. There is a band called Shmancy. And they have this song that I quite like called All of Me. It's off the album Paper's Son. I can tell you what album it's off. I can tell you everything about the band. The thing is, if you look on like Discogs, you can see the track listing of the entire album. But you look on their Bandcamp, the only song available for purchase off the entire album is All of Me. And I wanted to hear the rest of the album. I wanted to, because I really like All of Me. All of Me is a good song. And I wanted to know, like, are the rest of their songs good? Or is it just that one, you know? So let me get rid of that. You guys can still hear that, right? Because now I think I can play the song and it not it's easier if I easier for it to just play the song. All of this, not all of me. This song, right? I don't know if anyone's heard it. Probably not. But it's like this is the only song off that album that you can buy now. Every other song on the album is no longer for purchase. And I don't even know if you can stream it on Spotify anymore. This looks like an ice cream cone now. This looks like an ice cream cone now. I think this song was used in a TV show. What TV show? What TV show? Might well say no. I mean, it does sound like it could be used in a TV show. But it also does kind of sound like the 88. And I don't and it's just pinging nostalgia in my brain. It sounds a little bit like the 88. I see where you're coming from. Why will these two not? Hey, everything seems alright. I know you will not me tonight. Take me where my says yeah. My mind will sing no. Hey, babe, I got me up. Feel sun down and starting to cover. You should know. Sounds like it would be something. The opening to Malcolm in the Middle of Scrubs or something. I get it. I get the vibe. The opening to Malcolm in the Middle was They Might Be Giants, and not a bad vibe to have. All my homies are They Might Be Giants. Like I can't find the rest of the album, or like push it. I've never seen Pushing Daisies. It wasn't the opening to Pushing Daisies, was it? It better not have been the opening to Pushing Daisies. I get what you're saying. Anyway, back to the chill. But yeah, I can't find the rest of the album purchasable anywhere. I want to give Seamus money in exchange for their music. And for whatever reason, none of the rest of the album is purchasable on their Bandcamp. And I couldn't begin to tell you why. Time to hunt the CD down. Oh, we're doing CD hunts now. Now let's snippety. Because but the thing is, it might be crap. The rest of the album might be utter crap. But I just don't know. And because I don't know, that's making me want it. Okay. We've got all of the... I'll be honest, I don't like this. I don't like this bit. I don't like this bit. It took me so long to make and I don't like it. Unless we cut it to just that top bit, maybe? We could try that. Let's put a copy of you over here. I have a way to help acquire it, perhaps, and then you deem it worthy if you can buy the CD. Like I tried to buy it on like fucking Oyo Moyo, which is where I get all of my music now, and I couldn't even find it there. So God knows where. If you think you can acquire it, go ahead. Because I couldn't find it. Was Oyo Moyo your it was Paper Sun by Seamus. It's I'll write it down. Paper Sun Seamus. That's the name of the song. Let me pull this back out. Pull this back out. "2006. Oh yeah. It's not a new album, which is I think why it's disappeared off the internet. Like because they were just an indie band that kind of faded away to nothing. Got another idea for this. I'm rapidly losing faith in this top decoration element. I think it might be a write-off. Because I'm just not feeling it. Something's not clicking. You know? Unless... No. Wank. Absolute wank. Fuck off, will you? And... what are you? You little shape. You can fuck off. Any other non-compulsory shapes can fuck off? That's compulsory. That's compulsory. What are you? You can fuck off. What are you? You can fuck off. You're necessary. You can fuck off. I'll get to you lot. Oh, you can fuck off. Yeah. Right. Get rid of these turds. We're back to struggling. We were on a breakthrough, and now we're back to struggling. Because it's now getting this to look good. So real gemstones usually have a single central facet called a table. Pretty sure yours had two, which is why it's kind of wonk. Yeah, that would make sense. I don't know a lot about gemstones. Not a person of gemstone. Mine's also kind of wonk because it was messily adapted from a couple of guide images rather than actually purpose built, you know? Don't like it. Don't like the top. Gonna improvise. We improv, baby. And they have a preference in the top matter. You let me know about your preference. You let me know about your preference because you're the one that is paying for this. Because I am presently just kind of freewheeling it. What are you? What are you little doodles doing? Well, you literally just did now the reference keep going. Cool. Just gonna freewheel it. Yeah, the roof the roof is this shape. I know too much about gemstone tech. I'm trying to. That does sound like a job. That does indeed rock. Thank you, True Crime Ron, for that insight. I'm not a gemstone person. I'm a gemstone crab person. The specific skilling boss from RuneScape, but nobody cares about RuneScape. Right, shift up and let's go width tool crazy, gamers. Right, we want that there. We want this version real small, and then again we have this here and this version real small. I said real small. Thank you. That's wrong. That's wrong. That is incorrect. Try again. Try again. And gotta say, do they have 2 jobs for studying gem or to inspire through the you can drop a link. You can drop a link in chat, I believe. You should be able to just drop a link in chat. But yeah, we're balancing like style and substance. Style and accuracy is important. Like obviously it needs to be accurate so people identify it as a diamond, but it's also got to be stylized to the point where it looks nice, which is not as easy as it sounds. There and there. It occurred to me yesterday that Orson kind of gives Moneybags baby form. Orson, the thing is, Moneybags is a bit of a cunt, and Orson is not a cunt. Orson's lovely. Right, let's go back to our Art Deco tap. Again, these sort of design elements that we can just like adapt. We could throw one of those like fan things behind there, but I don't just doing it for the sake of doing it feels cheap. Right. Let's go 5 and copy. Nope, that's not enough. Let's go 10 and copy. Let's go 10 and copy. Let's go 10 and copy. And then let's grab these. Let's flip them about center. Let's cut them in half. And then let's get this behind. Oh, you can fuck off. Is a Gem Cutters collection of actual cutting diagrams to help inspire. That's super helpful. Seeing this 90 minutes ago would have been really, really helpful. Because these would have been that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. This would have been super useful. That's a .gem file? They have .gem files? Wow. The milestone. Which one's the milestone? Oh, that's pretty. Christmas star, fairy wand, milestone. Oh, the fucking spirograph. That is pretty gorgeous. Yeah, this just like silly little thing. Your obligatory like Art Deco bullshit can sort of sit behind there, and then we can hit your obligatory Art Deco bullshit counter with a nice little fan. I do kind of not like it. Right. So fun fact, Portuguese cuts of diamonds are the rarest cut in the world. Take 2 weeks. Holy shit. The mini Portuguese. That takes 2 fucking weeks. Holy shit. Simple, Jack. That doesn't look simple to me, Jack. The Gubba built. The modified Gulf port. This is it's very neat. Very neat, very handy if I ever do more gemstone work. Which I'll be honest. Oh, I don't think I want to. But for like a simple getting the placement right. Getting the placement right on that top bit. What do you think to that in terms of is there a Megastar Nico? In terms of a sort of a dialed down sign. It's very tall, which might be an issue. But it's big, it's welcoming, it's open. It would look very good on a light display. And it should be quite easy to adapt into just just the monogram, because depending on how detailed you want the monogram to be, it can just literally be that. Well, not exactly that, but you know. We can adjust this around the lettering. Pull this down. Throw that up. I said a selection, please. The monogram doesn't look as, I'll be honest, the monogram doesn't look as nice because of the shape of the letters. Because we've got curves coming in and curves going out. So it's less like mathematical centering and more like optical centering. Ugh. Oh, are you now discovering Megastarmy? Oh, they didn't just melt Starmie. They gave Starmie legs. For some unknown reason, they gave Starmie legs. Game Freak were like, we need a Pokemon with long, sexy thighs. And somebody thought, you know who's great for that role? Starmie. Somebody at Game Freak, somebody that puts the freak in Game Freak was like, yeah, I know what they need. They need a freaky little Starmie. What if we made Starmie fuck? What if we made a Starmie that fucks? Game Freak is right. See, for the monogram, we might do something ever so slightly different. Where we throw it all in the bit now. For the monogram, let's try. If we just have the letters separately. I've got it. I'm onto something, gamers. Let's. I'm onto something, gamers. Simplified version of the logo for the monogram. It looks a little bit it looks a little bit Transformers now, I will say. But Is that anything? Is that anything? I personally would not fuck a Megastarmie. Look, I'm not saying I would fuck a Megastarmie. I'm saying what they wanted was for you to want to fuck a Megastarmie. Is that anything? I think that's kind of cute. Like, it might be it might actually be nothing, and it might be nasty, but what do we think? What do we think to that monogram? Like having the elements of the diamond coming out of the sea. I don't know. I'm torn on it. The biggest problem with it is it doesn't give 20s. That's true. True. It is a bit of a modern thing to do. Yeah, the main logo, I think we're onto a winner with the main logo. Again, the issue is that the G and the G and the C curve in separate ways.
Beautiful.
I mean, I think it is beautiful. Thank you. About that as the monogram. Yeah, we've already done the modern rebrand for when they oversimplify. We do need to expand these. One quick last thing. You're allowed one quick last thing. Go ahead. It's looking a little bit Superman. I'm aware of that. For the monogram, try a serif font. A different font on the monogram is an interesting approach. We could try a second font for the word Chicago and then use that for the monogram. That's not a bad shout.
Beautiful.
Now this one's just called Hotel. Clear all the filters. Give me something serif. Give me, I want to be the sheriff of serifs. Give me some serifs. Give me that hotel. Now, is that too much of a departure? What if we make this the same font? Is that anything? I think that might be it. Maybe we change the whole font to that hotel. Maybe we change the whole. Maybe we change it all to that. No, I like that. I like Modern Noir for the words Grand Hotel. It's a departure in a good departuring direction. That's good. You say weirdly corporate. It is a corporation. So weirdly corporate, not necessarily a bad thing. Because it is a big fancy schmancy hotel. So a little bit corporate. A little bit corporate's a good thing. Thoughts. Gamers. Thoughts. I think the font might be a little bit too big on the monogram. Just because that's a very overbearing font. Corporate, or like it's giving Tractor Supply. It's the. I know exactly what's giving Tractor Supply. It's this middle line. But again, in this instance, corporate not necessarily a bad thing. So, if Ethan's happy, and I'm happy, and again, corporate, but not bad. I'm happy to call this a success. I played the Tomodachi Life demo. It's so good, much like this logo. Which was demo. Good. Have you made your guys say things like dick and fuck? Because I heard you can make your guys say things like dick and fuck. The Chicago bit doesn't quite match the monogram. The lines are a little separating. The lines are a little separating a bit thin. Just my one take. So you're saying like these lines are too narrow? You're saying? I get what you're saying. The alternative on the monogram is pull the two pieces together and put them alongside, but I don't think that'll work. No, that'll work. It is just a question of scale, yeah, because these lines obviously are thicker. But those sort of like minor tweaks. Is there a similar font to Hotel, but more solid that we can use? Not a lot of Art Deco serifs. Gotta say, gamers. Can come back to this fucking car ass font that I do want to use for something at some point. I'm gonna keep it for now. I might come back to it. and we can slap some color on it real quick. We can just, because we've already got the color palette chosen, we can just grab a bit of color from over here and forget to expand our shapes because we're a fucking dumbass. Always expand your shapes, losers. Always expand your shapes. Maybe the light yellow and the blue. I think that's quite a nice combo. Or we can go the darker blue with the white. I think that looks quite nice. But yeah, I think generally we are completed, barring a few minor tweaks that are more easily fixed off stream. So I'm happy to call this a rip-roaring success. We got there in the end, gamers. I didn't think this stream would be watch me draw diamonds. But I'm glad that you were here for it. I might have gone insane had I had to do this on my own. So thank you all for coming and watching. Like I said, this is probably the last time you're going to see me before my birthday. So my birthday's on Saturday. So if you wanna give me some birthday wishes, you can do that in the Discord or in the Stoat if you're a cool gamer. I'll be back. I won't be back on Saturday, but I'll be back next Saturday for some Wrestling is Silly. And then back on Monday, I believe, for whatever I do for my birthday. I might play a Ratchet. Also, there might be a new Kickflips for Trans Lives in the works. Watch this space. Watch this space. There might be a new Kickflips for Trans Lives happening. Let's go and say hello to somebody, shall we? But yeah, I'll be back on all of my standard plugs. Please go to nerdyqueer.com. It's where I get all of my it's where I make all of my pins and throw them up onto the internet. We are not on Etsy anymore, so we have to plug our own shit. So please nerdyqueer.com !pins in chat for a link to that. You'll love nerdyqueer.com. It's the best place on the internet. Come join our Discord. Come join us on Stoat if you don't like Discord. I don't like Discord anymore. And yes, I'll be back on Monday. Until then, let's go and say hello to I think we should go and chat with my friend Storm is doing an art stream as well. Should we go say hello to Storm in the art chamber, much like I am? Let's go and do that, shall we? Here is your raid message. If you are a sub, you can use the emotes. If not, use any emotes that you want. Join us on Discord or Stoat. Stoat is where Stoat's where the goats go. And yeah, nerdyqueer.com once again. Until next time, book a near, book afar, wherever the book you are. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll catch you in the next stream, but until then, my gamers, love you, bye.